In principle, the SNP were never against the tram system in Edinburgh. What the position was at the original stages was they thought the system was over-engineered for what we have, and that the cost was too high. In principle, the SNP have supported the tram system. In fact, was seen in the final vote when it went through, when they actually cast a vote in favour of introducing the system all the way to York Place. And you know, there is a mood within the SNP councillor group at this stage that an extension of the tram system at the earliest opportunity could be beneficial to the city. Historically, all the tram systems that have gone in, the most recent ones in Dublin and Manchester, you know, they all overran budget, they all were beset with problems. I think what you've got to look at with the money that's invested in the tram is we're getting two things out of it. We're getting a 21st century transport system, and I think that for both for the practical side in terms of Edinburgh, but also the image that Edinburgh as a European capital city projects to the rest of the world, that's a key element in what we've got. But we're also giving businesses a reason to invest. The likes of Sainsbury's Bank have already moved in. Earlier in the year they let 8,000 square metres. That's the biggest single letting we've had in Edinburgh Park for over 10 years.
Your critics will say that Edinburgh Park was already served by a railway line.
It was served by a railway line. A lot of the trains that stop or don't stop at Edinburgh Park are the big issue. The advantage that the tram has, it has 5 or 6 stops, so it serves more of the citizens rather than the train system, which serves those who commute in and out of the city. We've also seen a change, and it's a change in policy in terms of planning to try and invigorate the Edinburgh Park area, because after 5 o'clock at night it was dead. Once all the offices emptied, I'm not suggesting that everybody leaves work at 5 o'clock, but in the early evening it became a bit of a ghost town. So we're now trying to introduce an element of residential. We've got 2 building plots which have recently gone through planning for a total of about 500 houses. And the advantage of having the tram in that area is that both of those plots of land went at pre-recession land values in terms of sales. I think what we're starting to see is value being added, both in terms of land value, which is key to confidence in both industrial, commercial and residential investment decisions, but we're actually seeing job creation as a direct result of tram not even running yet, but now being imminent.
And Edinburgh Trams as a company is a wholly owned subsidiary of the council, am I correct?
That's absolutely correct, yes.
And I've been told by Ian Craig that they employ 127 people at the present time. That would seem to be a good thing for Edinburgh too. Absolutely. These are new jobs for Edinburgh. It's not substitution, so it's absolutely new jobs. They're well paid jobs, which is always good for local citizens and for the local economy. And it also gives us the opportunity to introduce additional trainees through the Edinburgh Guarantee system or a modern apprenticeship system to give people a skill for the future. Councillor Ross, as part of the planning system, there is a tram contribution area, and it seems that you might be clawing back some of the money that way.
Absolutely. The planning has many ways of asking people to contribute to public realm, public transport, schools, normally done under a Section 75 agreement. And tram contribution is a key element of that. I think, as I've said earlier, we're already seeing significant benefits to those who are on the tram line, and that will increase. And so what the thought process, the policy behind that is that those who benefit most directly help to contribute something to the immediate public realm. And I think the most recent example is the announcement of the regeneration of St James Quarter. That's £850 million worth of inward investment coming into the city. And in fact, in terms of its overseas investment as well as outside the UK, which shows a tremendous confidence in Edinburgh as a city and as a capital. But part of that whole agreement is they will have to make a contribution to the tram system. But included within the £850 million already is the refurbishment and construction of the Piccardie Place interchange. the whole transport interchange and the moving of the tram stop from its position at York Place to its originally planned position of Picardy Place. So that will have a tremendous impact on preparing the tram line for extension further down Leaf Walk all the way to Ocean Terminal.